Welcome, folks. This evening we're starting on a project here. We've got some work to do to this truck. This is actually my brother's truck. It's a 2019 3500. This video he asked me to make so he actually lives in California, so he asked me if I would make a video for him so he could watch it. But he'll be coming here in about a month or so to pick this up. But we got a Banks intake kit to put on it. That's what this video is about. I don't know how much else we're going to show on it, but we're going to be putting a level kit on it, and we got some new wheels. No, sorry, we got some new tires, keeping the same wheels. And so I've gone ahead and taken the liberty and removed the front little cowl piece that covers this intake on the 19s and up, and disconnected the batteries. So we're ready to go, start taking this thing apart. Here's the pieces down here that I took off, and this is the Banks intake we're putting on it. So this does a couple things. Obviously it opens everything up. I'm sure if you have clicked on this video, you've probably already seen this, but basically it opens up the intake quite a bit. The manual for this is on online, so I briefly looked over it, and we're just gonna wing it as we go, I guess you could say. If I need to look at it, I'll look at it, but it should be pretty self-explanatory. But a couple things to mention: it comes with a lot of everything you need, obviously, but it comes with a new fuel line because the number 1 cylinder, I think, because of how this is made, we've got a new fuel line to put on it. So we're gonna get started taking stuff apart. Also, the main reason why he wanted to do this is because of the grid heater failure that happens on these trucks. The I don't know what you call it, but basically the bolt will melt off and then drop down into your intake, go in the cylinder, and start beating up the valves and then the piston and everything. So that's the main reason why we're doing this. So let's get started here, and we'll see how far we make it this evening. And yeah. So this isn't really going to be necessarily a how-to video, but I am going to, maybe if I find something along the way to help make this install easier for somebody else, I'll point that out. But basically we got to take off all this stuff, the crossover tube, you name it. Basically all the injectors got to come off so that we can lift the rail up to get the new plate in, so on and so forth. But for the most part, we're just going to set the camera up right here, and let's get to work. They do give you caps to cover off the rail and the injectors, so that's kind of neat. Got everything disassembled last night. Just had another injector line to get off, but I got caught up doing something else, so had to take a break on this. But we were ready to install the new intake plenum cover, whatever you want to call that. And anyhow, I got the surface cleaned up. I vacuumed out all the junk that was in it, and we're ready to go. The number 6 line back here is still connected in the back. I just loosened up the front one, and I was able to get enough room to get it out. But yeah, we're ready to go back together. I will say that number 6 injector way in the back, without making a custom wrench or something, and taking out a bunch more stuff, I'm not sure how we would get to that without, again, taking out a lot more stuff. So we're making do with what we got here. When the new cover here, we just transferred over one sensor back there, and then we should be ready to go together. Comes with a new plenum gasket here, so we'll put that in and see what we can get done today. We do have these standoff pieces that go, you see that? We do have these standoff pieces that go underneath the rail. This is pretty self-explanatory, but yeah. All right, everything's back together, should be tight. We're only missing a few bolts, which is to be expected, but no, There's a lot of stuff you don't reuse on this. I didn't put this cover back on here. I didn't put the little shielding over the injectors because that's a pain. Don't really need it. Plus it collects a lot of extra dirt. But just rerouted stuff, and there's a pigtail here that goes on. Got all the sensors plugged in there. Got this temporary block off plate on here so we don't get anything down in it when we're working on the rest of the truck. And so I just got to finish up a couple more things in here, and should be good to go on this, and then we'll jump on, I guess, everything else we got to do. All right, everyone, so it's been a minute, but we got everything wrapped up that we're getting done on this truck. We've got a 2.5-inch level kit in the front. As you can see, maybe, can't tell. We got some 35, 12.5, 17s on here, 2-inch spacers in the rear, and truck's looking real good. And let's see. We finished up the banks. Again, wasn't really a how-to video, but we got that installed. Also, once again, this is my brother's truck, so we're just doing a little work for him here and there. But it's amazing what that Banks kit will, the Banks kit and a exhaust tip will do. Sounds great. So, with that being said, thanks for watching. And like I said, probably didn't learn a whole lot in this video, but appreciate y'all watching. So we'll see you on the next one. Thanks, guys.